Hi, I'm Pete with FoamFit Tools, and I'm starting a new project. Today, what I've got is a US General 30-inch mechanic cart. This is the 5-drawer mechanic cart from Harbor Freight. And I've got their Quinn brand 428-piece Master Technician's tool set. So this is we would call this a mechanic set because it's got sockets, but it also has your ratchets, extensions, and the drive tools that you want. Plus, it includes some wrenches and some other things. There's a few screwdrivers in here. So let me get these unboxed. I got to put the toolbox together and then we'll take a look. So flip top lid, when you open the lid, it releases these plungers and unlocks all the drawers. The drawers also have kind of a spring-loaded catch. You put your fingers underneath and you have to slide it towards the center. So it's not real intuitive. This one, it slides this way. These slide this way, but the full width drawers slide this way. So once you figure that out, it's not too bad to open them. The other thing I noticed is if you just let the drawers coast shut um, and you close the lid, the catches don't catch it. But if you snap that drawer the last little bit, then the catches secure that drawer so it can't be opened. So we've got two drawers on the left, then the deeper drawer on the right, and then the two full width drawers. Got a side shelf and a lower shelf. And then in the lid here, I'll have to shoot it from a different angle. There are spots for screwdrivers or long pry bars. Okay, so here you can see the side shelf that's got holes in it, different size holes for screwdrivers. The other thing you notice about the top compartment, when we do our foam for in here, we're going to have to notch around these plungers. We're also going to have to be careful. This gas spring folds down. We'll have to watch out for that we don't put some tall sockets there and have that spring come down and hit them. One tip on the toolbox drawer, if you don't like the latching mechanism, you have to kind of move that to the side to get the drawer to open. If that bothers you, if you lift up on this part of the tab, you can just remove that, and now your drawer just goes to the detent. It's still locked when you close the lid, but you have to be careful because if the drawer is not closed all the way and you close the lid, the drawer looks like it's closed and it'll coast open as you roll the toolbox. Okay, I'm going to get a few drawer measurements next. I could take these liners and measure the liner to get the drawer size, but they don't fit that great. They're good enough, but I think I would like an accurate measurement. So what I'm going to do, got myself a scrap of cardboard. I'm going to measure, put a line at a convenient spot here, and then measure the other direction and add. So 24 and a half that way. If it's just a hair bigger or smaller, I'm going to go down to the next 16th of an inch because I don't want my foam to be compressed when I put it in the drawer. So I'll get the rest of my measurements and then we'll look at a couple of tool arrangements. Okay, so this is my first attempt. I've just taken the sockets from the Quinn 428-piece set, spaced them out in the top compartment. When I'm doing this, what I'm thinking about is I want to make sure I've got enough space between each row so that I can get my fingers on the socket that I want. I also want to make sure that I've got enough foam to separate each of the tools so that if you take a tool out and roll the cart or slam a drawer, the other ones aren't going to shift. So I got to leave room for the foam. I also have to have enough foam in there that I can cut it because we're going to CNC router the foam insert that's going in this drawer. What I've done is I've put the hex bit sockets on the sides. They're just short enough that when that gas spring folds down, they don't hit. And I think they're pretty easy to grab because you can grab them on the tip. I put the ratchets in the center. They're the most important, right? You're always going to grab a ratchet. And I want to make sure on these ratchets that I've got room, and on the breaker bars as well, so that I can have a nice finger pocket on there. Because if you're wearing mechanic gloves, and this is going to be down in the foam, you need that finger pocket, you need that finger space in order to grab that and get it out quickly. One of the things I haven't fit in here yet are some of the bigger extensions. I have the 3-inch extensions, so I got a 1/2 by 3, 3/8 by 3, and 1/4 by 3. I think I've got those squeezed in, and then there's a 3/8 by 1.5 next to the 3/8, 1/4, and half drive swivels. So I think I've got about as much in here as I'm going to be able to fit. I may play around with this a little bit more. I thought maybe I could put the extensions in some of the screwdriver slots. It works for the half drive ones, but the 3/8, the way the hole is sized, the 3/8 falls all the way through. So that's not going to work. So maybe I'll put them in one of the small drawers with the hex keys. So next step, I'm going to work on the wrenches. Eventually, we'll CAD these up and see if we can come up with any improvements on this layout as we go. This drawer is my attempt to fit everything else. So I've got the extensions and wobble extensions that didn't fit in the top compartment. I've got the hex keys. It's got screwdriver bits, nut driver bits, and this is a little ratcheting wrench for the screwdriver bits to fit into. All right, this is my second attempt laying out this drawer, but I think I've got something that's going to work well. So these are the combination wrenches. I put the metric in the back, and I put all the little ones, I space those in between the bigger wrenches to save space. SAE in the front, and same thing, I put 3 of them tucked in between the bigger ones. But this, I think, will make it really fast to find the wrench you're looking for because you'll be able to read the size and see the size. The other thing with this toolbox, and a lot of toolboxes are like this, when you open the drawer, there's a good portion of the drawer that's kind of covered up by the drawer above it. So by laying the wrenches flat, I'm going to use a little bit thinner foam. I'm still going to have the wrenches nice and deep in the foam, but there'll be room to lift that wrench up before it bangs into the drawer above. So it should be pretty easy to get the wrench you're looking for. I've made a few tries at laying out this drawer, and I think this is probably going to work the best. So what I've got is metric ratcheting wrenches, SAE ratcheting wrenches, and the adjustable wrench. So these are the last tools in the 428 piece set. If I put the wrenches on edge, it saves just enough space so I can fit them in one of the small drawers. That leaves the one small drawer and one big drawer for other tools. So if you got torque wrenches in cases, a compression tester, things like that, hammers, punches, all that stuff that you might want to have in this toolbox. We've got 2 good sized drawers plus that bottom shelf and the side shelf left open. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. We're going to CAD it up now and then see how that goes. Things tend to have to move a little bit when we actually do draw it, and we check our spacing and make sure we've got nice even spacing between everything. But that's the next step, so I'll be back when I've got those CAD drawings ready to go. I've laid all the tools for the top compartment over my paper, and I'm checking my CAD to make sure I don't have any mistakes. And so far it looks pretty good. I may do a little fine tuning on the ratchets. I like to have enough clearance where the head tapers down so that if the tool tips when you're lifting it out, it doesn't catch, the head doesn't catch in the pocket. So I may add a little clearance there. You can see we've straightened things out a little bit. We moved some of the extensions and the adapters back here, and that freed up enough room to get this 1/2 by 5 inch extension in here. But so far it's going pretty well. We'll keep going. I've got a few more drawers to draw. I'm continuing to take my CAD drawings from the computer, plot them out full size, and I'm just checking the fit of the tools to make sure everything's going to fit good. You can see one of the things I've done is I've drawn it symmetrical. So if you put the wrench in upside down, it's still going to fit great. I allow some clearance through the middle, so we get a little variation from one set to the other, but it shouldn't affect. They should all fit real nice in the foam. On the other wrench drawer, I've all tipped over on me. But one of the things, I had enough room in here, I was able to draw the adjustable wrench open, and then it works closed too. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to adjust it in order to put it away. And the drawer that gave me the most trouble was this one. I've got everything in here, and what happens is, you start to make the tool shape kind of complicated, and you get them close together. And I've kind of merged these together because you don't want a little ribbon of foam there that won't be strong enough to survive cutting. So the problem, of course, is that shape starts to look complicated. It doesn't really look like the tools, and you want to be able to hand this to anybody and say, go put it away, and have them be able to be like, oh, it goes there. So this way it's kind of a compromise. We're fitting it in here. It's a little complicated. I also don't have the greatest finger pocket on here. I think this one will work good. The one in the back is going to be a little hard to get. I've just got a little finger pocket on there, but I think it'll work. This toolbox is sold in a lot of different colors. Because this one is the lime green one, we have to try and figure out what color is going to look good for the foam. And our most popular color is the black and red. I'm not sure that's going to look real great with the lime green. Our second most popular color is the black and blue. I think that'll look okay. The nice thing about this one is it hides a lot of the dirt, so it's a good combination of colors for this box, I think. We also have a blue over yellow. This is real popular with our aviation mechanics. I'm not sure it's great with a lime green toolbox. Um, and those are our standard colors. So I've got three special colors that we've got in stock right now. We almost always have these in stock, but you have to call and order them. You can't order them off the website. So the most obvious one was the black and green. It's a totally different green though, so I'm not sure how that would look. Maybe I'll make one drawer out of this color so we can kind of see if we like it or not. Um, the black and yellow kind of looks nice. I think that might be a good choice. And then the other one that we've got in stock right now is black and gray, and I think that would look pretty sharp. So maybe I'll make one drawer out of the black and gray just so you can see what that looks like. I just took this piece out of the CNC router and I vacuumed it off and ready to put it in the toolbox. I removed the latch. I can flex the foam a bit, but I didn't want to wreck anything, and I've got to get under the gas springs and underneath the latch. So it should slide right in here. Okay, I'm going to start test fitting tools and see how we did. One of the things you might notice is with the CNC router, we're able to machine pockets to different depths in the foam. So on this ratchet, we've got the square drive pointed down. We also did a deeper finger pocket, makes it easier to grab that ratchet. So I'm going to keep going. So far, so good. I'm going to head over to the CNC machine and see if the next drawer is ready. Sometimes if you release the drawer slides and just slide the drawer out a little bit extra, it can make your life a lot easier when it comes to fitting these in. I was a little concerned about the hex keys because I didn't have room to put big finger pockets on them, but they're not too bad. I think that's going to work out well. We like the way the black and blue color combination looks with the green that US General uses. This is one of our standard colors. We ran a few of our special colors just to see how they'd look. We usually have this green in stock. Black and green though, our black and green doesn't look real good with the US General green. So we ran that one just to see how it looked, and the consensus was it's maybe not that great of a choice for this particular toolbox. We also ran black and yellow. The yellow looks really good with this green. It's a little busy with the blue of the Quinn tool set, the green of the US General box, and the yellow foam. but I think that's a good option. The thing to keep in mind is though the yellow is going to show dirt a lot more than some of the other colors. The other special color that we ran that people seem to like is the black and gray. So the nice things about the gray is it's not going to show dirt real well. It's got enough contrast that you can still see what tools are missing, and it's going to go just fine. It's going to be a safe choice with some of the brighter US General colors like the orange or the purple or this green. If you're doing the red toolbox or a blue toolbox, our red and our blue are going to be good choices. But the US General does sell this box with some really bright colors, and so these options are usually available. To order them, you just have to contact customer service. So to summarize, we've got sockets and ratchets in the top compartment, standard on the left, metric on the right. This drawer, we've got hex keys and some of the bigger extensions, plus some screwdriver bits. Standard ratcheting wrenches, metric ratcheting wrenches, and our standard and metric combination wrenches. This was the Quinn 428-piece mechanic set, and the cart is the US General 5-drawer 30-inch mechanic cart. You can order these foam inserts on our website, which is foamfittools.com. Please give us a call if you have any questions or if you'd like to order a special color. Thank you.